What is going on, guys? Clutch back here today, bringing you another deck profile. Today's going to be Witchcrafters. It's a kind of a new deck that I just recently built, probably like a few weeks ago, and to me, it's actually completely fun to play. It's a control deck. I really like it. I'm pretty sure it's pretty mastered out right now, but I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. Of course, one hand on the phone, one hand doing the cards. Sorry about that. I'm not, I can't afford all the good shit, but hey. Go ahead and do it. I said I can't afford all the good shit, and I got creations in here. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Of course, we're gonna start off with 3 Witchcrafter, Schmetta, whatever her name is. All the small Witchcrafter monsters have the same thing. I'm gonna go through these fast because, I mean, of course, if you're on Witchcrafters, you already know what's gonna happen. But all of the, small monsters have the same top effect. You can tribute them, send 1 spell, special summon 1 big Witchcrafter monster, basically. Only thing is their bottom effect, so I'm just gonna go through those. Her bottom effect is you can banish this card from your graveyard. Then you can send 1 Witchcrafter card from your deck to the graveyard. So this is the card I really want to open up with. That bitch is the one I want to open up with first. I run a 2 Witchcrafter Pitor, whatever her name is. Same first effect. Bottom effect is you can banish this card from the graveyard, draw 1 card, then you have to send 1 Witchcrafter card from your hand to the graveyard. If not, banish your entire hand. Basically, if you don't have a Witchcrafter card and you're using a Witchcrafter card in your hand and you're using her bottom effect, you're kind of dumb because you're gambling with your whole hand. So you're making a kind of stupid move. So you got to make sure you have a Witchcrafter card in your hand first. 2 Witchcrafter Patir, whatever her name is. Not really one I want to open with, but I mean, hey, it's okay. Her bottom effect is if you control no cards, you can banish this card and add 1 Witchcrafter card from your graveyard to your hand. And it's not that bad. I've never used it yet, but I mean, hey, it may come in handy. Now on to the big girls. Going into 1 Witchcrafter Golem Aruru. Not many people run it. I run it because I feel like this is the hand trap of the deck. Of course, a quick effect when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a spellcaster monster you control or targets it for an attack. Quick effect, you could target the controlling monster or Witchcrafter spell in your hand. Special summon this card and add it to your hand. So this is the hand trap of the deck. Then of course, during your opponent's standby phase, this card returns back to your hand. So you can just keep using it again and using it again during each of your standby phase. You just returns to your hand and just keep using it again. So that's why I only run her at 1. You don't need 2, just 1 Golem Aruru. 1 Adele. I feel like Adele's, I only run 1 of hers because if you open up with Witchcrafter Hain or Verre, this card can help because you can just special summon her to use your quick effect this card and special summon the Witchcrafter monster from your hand. So that's why I feel like this card is in here. Just run her at 1. And of course, 1 Hain and 1 Madame Verre. Hain is absolutely amazing. I love Hain. You can run, you would not be in trouble if you ran this card at 2. You wouldn't be in trouble at all. I run at 1 just to keep my deck thin, that's all. Witchcrafter Hain, other spellcaster monsters you control cannot be targeted by card effects. Quick effect, you get this card 1 spell, then target 1 face-up card your opponent controls, destroyed. Awesome. Now this bitch is I love this card. I fucking love Madame Verre. I love opening with her. Her effect, of course, during damage calculation, if you're a spellcaster monster, which means any spellcaster monster, not just her, battles an opponent's monster, quick effect, you can reveal any number of spells with different names in your hand, and if you do that, battling monster gains 1,000 attack and defense. It gains a fucking stack for each card revealed. Also, quick effect, you can discard 1 spell, negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls until the end of the turn. Trick is, it's all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls. Like, as soon, it's only the monsters they currently control, not if they summon after that, they use the effect. But I mean, hey, I love it. Hand traps, 1 Ash, and 2 Effect Veiler. That's all I really need. Just 1 Ash, 2 Effect Veilers. I feel like that works for me. Going on to our spell cards. I do run 3 Witchcrafter creations. This card is great opening. If you don't open up with any of your girls, you can just search this card. I mean, you can search a Witchcrafter monster. All Witchcrafter spells have the same bottom effect, which is, if you control a Witchcrafter monster during your end phase, you can add it to your hand. The only thing is you can only activate 1 Witchcrafter spell per turn. You can't use the effect of a Witchcrafter creation, a Witchcrafter spell to like use their effect and then at the end phase return it. No, you can only use 1 of them. So that's the only thing. That would be broken if you could do that stuff. Of course, now I do run 3 Witchcrafter Holiday. This is the reason why I don't run Monster Reborn in the deck, because this is basically 3 Monster Reborns. It's your Monster Reborn for Witchcrafter. That's basically it. Same bottom effect. Its effect is target one Witchcrafter monster in your graveyard special summon. Yep, it's the Monster Reborn. Basically, that's why I don't run Monster Reborn. 2 collaboration, great for OTK plays. Basically, target one of your Witchcrafter monsters. You can make a second attack during each battle phase. Bottom effect is still the same. Also, your opponent cannot activate spells or trap cards until the end of the damage step. So this card protects, the battle of that monster. Now to my one-ofs. 1 draping, 1 scrolls, 1 buy street. Buy streets are fucking amazing. It protects your Witchcrafter monsters. Basically, like I said, this bottom effect is the same, but this card helps you, wipe their backfield target spells or trap cards your opponent controls up to the number of Witchcrafter monsters you control. Return the targets to the hand, so it just gives you open play. Witchcrafter, scroll, and buy street, they have the same bottom effect, but I mean their top effects are different. Once per turn, when your spellcaster monster destroys a monster by battle, draw 1 card. Awesome. If a Witchcrafter monster you control would be discarded, you can discard this card basically. Same effects at the bottom, except for this effect right here is the first time each Witchcrafter monster you control would be destroyed each turn by battle or card effect, it is not destroyed. Awesome. Basically, if your Witchcrafter monsters have to discard a card for both of these, and these are in your field, you can discard these cards instead. And of course, during the end phase, if you control a Witchcrafter monster while this card's in your graveyard, for both of these cards, you can return them. You can place them face up in your spell trap zone. So awesome. Yeah, that's it. That's it for the Witchcrafter. Basic 3 Call by the Graves. You don't want to get ashed or hand trapped in this deck, so 3 Call by the Graves. A little spice. I run 2 Metaphors Fusion. This card is fucking amazing because basically you can discard it. And if this card's in your graveyard, shuffle it in your deck and draw 1 card. So it's awesome. I love this card. I run that too. 1 Terraforming for my Terraforming targets. 1 Mystic Mind, and 2 Secret Villages Spellcasters. Yeah, I love Mystic Mind in this deck because you're basically you can sit this deck. You can sit off 1 monster the whole game and probably win it. 2 Secret Villages Spellcasters, of course, and Terraforming. Don't need to get into those. You know what those do. 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Foolish Burial Goods. Send 1 monster, send 1 Spell Trap. I'm usually sending Witchcrafter Schmidt with this card, and with this card, I'm usually probably sending Witchcrafter Buy Street. So yeah. 1 Reasoning. Oh my god, I love this card. This card is amazing because, of course, all the Witchcrafter monsters have different levels. So you can just keep discarding until you get that right level out, and then of course if you send more spells and trap Witchcrafter cards to the graveyard, you can just get them back to your hand. So this card right here is a necessity. I feel like you need 2 more Reasoning in this deck. Ooh, excuse me, I farted. Of course, I feel like an absolute necessity to run in this deck 3 Summon Limit. I feel like it is an absolute necessity to run 3 Summon Limit in this deck. You can run 2 if you want. 3, if you got 3, run it. Because with this deck, you will summon no more than 2 turns. So this card will absolutely not hurt you at all. This card won't hurt you. 3 Summon Limits. It won't hurt you, trust me. 1 Solemn Strike and 1 Storming Mirror Force. Solemn Strike, you already know Solemn Strike. Storming Mirror Force, I love it because it doesn't target, doesn't destroy. This will always be one of my favorite trap cards. And that's basically it. I would show you guys my extra deck, but it's just full with a bunch of random shit. So I mean, it's really nothing. But let me know what you guys think about my Witchcrafter deck, right?